So let's start. As the title is clear that it's anything and everything about engineering and medical in India, opportunity and how to tap it. This is a slide which is like a guideline for all of us. A little bit regarding the test prep part. We have been operating since 2nd of July 2008. We are based in Delhi, NCR, Noida. We are into physics, chemistry, math, biology, and English in curriculum like JEE, NEET, and SAT. In 2023, we have given 763 selections in JEE, 187 in NEET, and 9 perfect scorers in SAT. We have got a pool of 150 teachers. Rest of things I would not tell you because we say we are an academic organization. Right. So let me tell all of you that everyone can switch on the camera and let's pay attention. The thing is that there is one thing that is known as DASA. It stands for Direct Admission Student Abroad. This is your quota, right? Everyone who is sitting in Myanmar must know that this is their quota, which is known as DASA. And why is this quota? It is because you would only be able to apply under this quota. Under this quota, basically it is known as CIWG and DASA. DASA stands for Direct Admission Student Abroad, and CIWG stands for Children of Indian Workers in Gulf. But it's because you are in Southeast Asia, so CIWG doesn't apply to you. Under this CIWG and DASA quota, there are 4,500 seats as of 12th of August 2023. But 1/3 of the seat are for CIWG. It means out of 4,500, we deduct 1,500, we are left with 3,000. It means as of now, till date, as of today, we have got 3,000 seats under this DASA quota, right? In this DASA quota, please hear me very carefully. There are 65 centrally funded technical institutions, right? 65 centrally funded technical institutions. Now, what these institutions are? These are the premium institutions of India. These are NITs, National Institute of Technology, which is 13 number. These are triple ITs, Indian Institute of Information Technology, which is again 23, 24 in number. The number of triple IT is increasing day by day. We have got IISER, Indian Institute of Science and Information, Science and Education Research. For example, your child says that, okay, after my grade 12th, I do not want to go for BTech and BE. I want to have a research in quantum physics. I want to have a research in microbes. I want to have a research in chemical engineering, right? Or chemical. So for that, you can join IISER, which is 8 in number. Government of India is trying to increase this number. In addition to that, there are some other institutions. So altogether, we have got a pool of 65 centrally funded institutions with the availability of 3,000 seats, right? That's it. Now, the thing is that the streams which are available is computer science, artificial intelligence, electrical, mechanical, IT, chemical, textile, metallurgy, aerospace, civil, whatever you say. There are altogether 52 branches of engineering. All branches could be found in most of the NITs, right? So this creates a bridge of, in whichever stream your child wants to go in future. These days, a lot of students, they love to go for this computer science, artificial intelligence. And good thing is that out of these 3,000 seats, which are available in all these 65 centrally funded technical institutions in India, 1,100 seats are for computer science, artificial intelligence, right? So see the opportunity and how Government of India is just trying to make it more friendly. That's it. Now, so this is regarding the opportunity. Now, the most important question is that, most of you, when you have to think about your child education, you really don't know about the opportunity which is existing. And that is something like losing the opportunity. In absence of an information, what you all do that you start searching for private universities. Now, in these private universities, the fee is very high. And if you take, we are here in Noida, right? So 20 kilometers away from me, there is a place that is known as Knowledge Hub. In that Knowledge Hub of Noida, we are in Noida, Delhi NCR. There are 200 institutions, private institutions are there. And students from all over India and world, they float into all these because they lack the information, right? And the fee that you pay is in fact 30 lakh, 35 lakh. And if you add to that the living cost, fooding cost, and other charges, it becomes 70 lakh, approximately 100,000 US dollars. Even if that is the thing that is there. Second thing is that in order to get into all these universities, you have not to write any examination. It is like plucking a low-hanging fruit, right? And third thing is that most important thing is that the reputation and the opportunity that you get once you come out of these universities, that is what it is reflecting onto the job. Are you getting a job which is worth spending 80 lakh rupees for 4 years? This is the question that you have to ask. Whereas in these government institutions, which are NITs, triple ITs, IISER, IISc Institute of Science, IIST Institute of Space and Technology. In addition to that, we have got 23 IITs in India. IITs stand for Indian Institute of Technology. These are supposed to be the most prestigious. That is it. So by living in Burma, you can even take opportunity of sending your awards to these IITs, right? Now, in order to tap all these opportunities, what you have to do? Very simple. Your children should have taken physics, chemistry, and math if you want to go for engineering. Your children should have taken physics, chemistry, and biology if you want to go for NEET. And the minimum marks in whichever board you are in, whether you are in CBSE, whether you are in IB, whether you are in IGCSE, whether you are in Cambridge curriculum, whatever it is, you can just check on CGPA, right? It is how much? It is 60% only, 60% only in physics, chemistry, and math. Now, many of you must be confused whether I also require English with physics, chemistry, and math. If you are from CBSE curriculum, you require English. Otherwise, if you are in a curriculum which is not of India, for example, IGCSE, IB, Cambridge, you don't require English because this has been decided by the government of India, right? Because their medium of instruction is only English. So even this thing is not there. So all you require is what? If you want to go for engineering, physics, chemistry, and math, if you want to go for medical, physics, chemistry, and biology, as simple as this. Now, let me tell you one thing. I have no idea whether probably I'm answering a very important question. Recently, we were in Singapore, right? More than 40 parents, they came. There were so many parents that we had to stop this. We were there for the 2 days. What I discovered that most of the parents who were coming, they were saying, uh, I cannot write JEE. I cannot write NEET. I said, why? You know, my child has not taken physics. I said, why? It's because, you know, they are discouraged by the school not to take physics. They say, no, no, only take math and chemistry. They also say that physics is very tough. Please be away from all such things. Now, what I said, I suggested them that, see, still it is not late. If your child has not taken one of the sciences, for example, if your child has not taken chemistry, or if your child has not taken physics, let's do one thing. You simply prepare for this without hesitation, and all you need to write a certificate examination which is known as A level, either for physics if your child has not taken physics, or for chemistry if your child has not taken chemistry. As simple as this. Nothing to worry. If you fall in the same case, please listen to me carefully, that you must go for JEE and NEET, and at last you'll have to write one certificate examination which is A level, that we will suggest you, and then you would be able to fulfill the quorum of physics, chemistry, math, or physics, chemistry, biology for all engineering institutions in India, for all 760 plus government medical colleges in India. That is it. So these are the best thing. That's it. So now I have answered the question, who can write JEE and who cannot. If you think that you are not able to write JEE, you can write JEE or NEET this way, right? Now, let me come to you about the fee part that you have to pay for this, for the JEE. The fee under this DASA quota for any centrally funded technical institution in India is 32,000 US dollar. It means 8,000 US dollar per week. If you convert this into that, it will be coming to you approximately 6.6 lakh 50,000 per year. You can pay per year. You need not pay in one go, right? So getting a government institution like NITs, triple IITs, IISER, IISc, IITs, IIST only for rupees 26 lakh. And the best thing is that having cracked JEE main, your child is also eligible to write JEE Advanced. JEE Advanced is written exclusively for all IITs. And if your child gets into IITs, the fee for 4 year is only 6 lakh Indian rupees, right? That is it. So the fee is only 6 lakh Indian rupees if a child cracks one of these 23 IITs. That is it. Eligibility is very simple, that your child should have passed grade 11th and 12th with PCM 60%. That is it. Now, this JEE, right? I'm not speaking currently about NEET, that my colleague Pranay would be speaking after some time. Once I've spoken for more than 10 minutes, Dr. Goel, the HOD of Mathematics Department here at TestprepKart, and an IITian from IT Delhi, he would also be addressing you about little bit about the preparation part for JEE. That's it. Now, the thing is that I have told you about the fee. Now, about the JEE. What is JEE? JEE is all about physics, chemistry, and math. It is, JEE main and JEE advanced. When I'm talking about JEE, it means I'm talking about JEE main and JEE advanced. JEE is all about physics, chemistry, and math. In the examination, the design of the question paper is what? That there would be 75 questions to be done within 180 minutes. That's it. It's a 3-hour examination. Your center could be in Thailand, in India, or in Singapore. While you are filling the form, you need to write 4 centers. Of course, you would be given your first choice. In Burma, we have heard that people go to Thailand. You can also go to Singapore. You can come to India. It is up to you completely. JEE main can be written twice a year. For example, if your child is currently in grade 12, then when your child is going to write the JEE, your child is going to write JEE in January 2024 and April 2024 on first Sundays of January and April. Is it clear? When are you going to fill up the form for JEE? Each year in first week of December, the form would be released for JEE by JEE authorities. Which is the conducting body for the JEE? It is NTA JEE. It is conducted by NTA. NTA stands for National Testing Agency, which is responsible for conducting many examinations. Good afternoon, Dr. Goyal. All are here. Kindly give me just 10 minutes, then you would be speaking.
Yeah, sure,
Thank you
sure,
very much.
sure.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Now, Dr. Goyal is here. He is the head of the Department of Mathematics at TestprepKart and a veteran from IT Delhi. Thank you, sir. Now, as I told you, JEE is all about physics, chemistry, and math. 75 questions to be done within 180 minutes, right? There would be 25 questions for physics, 25 for chemistry, 25 for math. JEE is conducted January and April. There would be 2 attempts of JEE main. And whichever is the best score, with the help of that, you can apply to all these 65 centrally funded technical institutions in India under DASA quota. I'll come to you a little later about that after Dr. Goel has finished. Okay. Now, the thing is that out of these 25 questions, 20 questions would be MCQ, multiple choice question, right? You will have 1 question and then 4 options. You have to choose the best option, right? 5 questions would be problem questions, where simply the problem has been given, the answer has been given, right? Uh, Answer has not been given. You have to do the steps. You have to develop the logic, and you have to write the answer, whichever is the best, right? That is it. So this is the construct of JEE main and JEE advanced. Once you have written the JEE main, then when JEE advanced is going to be conducted? JEE advanced is conducted during the last week of May, so that you have at least 1.5 months just to prepare. The result of JEE, for example, if your child is writing JEE in January, right? When the result would be coming, the result comes within 2 weeks. It means if you're writing on 7th of January, your result will be on 21st of January. In order to write both the attempts of JEE, you need to register on this NTA JEE portal, or if you are for NEET, NTA NEET portal. Once you have registered, you would be writing JEE first attempt. You have written JEE first attempt. Now you feel like that I should also write JEE second attempt because I feel like that. You simply need to go. Once again, you need to pay the fee, which is 1,000 to 1,200. And then after some time, you would be given an opportunity just to correct the information in your account. Say, for example, the name of father was Kumar, but you simply wrote KUM. So you need to correct that. For example, you have put the address wrong. By mistake, you have put the phone number wrong or whatever wrong. Once you have filled up the form, you are given an opportunity just to make all sort of rectification in that. And then you log this. Once you have logged this, after a month, what happens that they will be giving you a number. Okay. That number is the unique number, which is an application number that is going to work out through this whole process. Right. This is the story of filling the form. And you would be able to, I mean, it is, you need to put up all the important information, your name, your father's name, your ward's name, your wife's name, your address. You need to upload all the documents in a particular format. For that, we have got a complete system. I am not going to tell because that's a different thing. But we have got a complete tutorial and steps in order to fill up the form for JEE, even in which, how to upload your picture, how to upload your digital signature. And one thing I'm telling all of you, I have no idea whether you all have got Aadhaar or your wards have got Aadhaar. For that, Lalit sir is the best person, kindly ask him. Or if in vacation you are coming to India, please get your Aadhaar ready. It's very important. It can be required at any point of time. And if at the time of filling of the form, government asks you if you are not able to do, you would be the loser. So please use Aadhaar. Do take Aadhaar. That's it. Okay. Now, so the thing is that these are the timelines. Timelines are what? January first week JEE main first attempt. January second week JEE main first attempt. Result has come. May last week JEE advanced for ITs. If you are writing NEET, it means the NEET would be around 15th of May of each year, second Sunday of each year if your ward wants to write medical. For all these 760 plus government medical colleges in India, approved by Medical Council of India, the NEET takes place each year in the mid of May. That is it. Okay. Now, once I've got JEE main, I'm planning to write JEE advanced for IT, or I'm just trying to skip JEE advanced for IT. After that, whichever the best score out of these two attempts, I'm just going to apply under DASA quota. DASA, that it stands for Direct Admission Student Abroad, which is the lifeline for all the NRIs who want to apply here in India for all these 65 to 88 centrally funded technical institutions in India, which are IITs, NITs, triple ITs, IISER, 2-3 other institutions, right? You would be applying through DASA portal, and the DASA portal is opened every year from 1st of June. For example, if you are applying next year, it means 1st of June 2024 is the day when DASA, the portal name is dasanit.org, right? But you need not skim. We have got all sort of information on our YouTube channel. You'll be getting all latest information. For those who are enrolling with us, for them, we have got an account process in that all these important things are there. We have got counselors who would be informing them about this. That's it. Okay. Now, shifting little bit, I mean, I have told you about this opportunity. I stop myself over here. Now, this is Dr. R. Goyal, who has devoted his life to mathematics and JEE, right? He is the person who would be able to tell you. He has taken some because he was taking the session, but we requested him for next 15 minutes sharp, right? Just to put some light uh, to all the parents so that you all must know the academic part of JEE or the competitive examination, especially in terms of math. Math is the most important. So I hand you all of you over to Dr. Goyal, right, from IT Delhi, head of the department, for next 10 to 15 minutes. Kindly hear him very carefully. It's going to be a game changer. Then I will tell you about the DASA. Pranay will tell you a little about NEET. And then we'll have question and answer session. You can jot down all your question and answer. And I just also want to tell all of you that after this session, from Monday to Wednesday, right, we are going to organize for all of you, especially the analysis session, that is just to know the potential and required aptitude and abilities of your child for the JEE and NEET. For that, we will be telling you, Dr. Seetal will be telling you. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, and good afternoon, all of you. Uh, as far as the difficulty level of JEE Main and especially advanced is concerned, I'll just give you one example, and it's a slight exaggeration, definitely. There's a mathematician, very known mathematician, Barry Hughes. He's from Australia, a renowned mathematician of Australia. When he was shown this paper, JEE question paper of mathematics, I'm talking about the mathematics only, and he said, "What's your reaction?" Then he said that I would probably leave the examination room in 15 minutes if I was in year 12 and I had to do this. So you can see that the level of difficulty, I mean, it's a exaggeration, definitely, because I won't term it as a difficult. It is basically different. So JEE exams are different, actually, not difficult. In what way they are different? Actually, here it's a kind of a tricks in each and every question. So there is a trick involved in each and every question. Once a student apply that particular trick, then he is on a proper course, like NCRT, or I don't know whether it's a your child, I mean, kid is in the CBSE board or other board, I don't know. I mean, I know about the CBSE board and ICSE board, so I'll be discussing that part, which is true for all other boards also. Now, as far as syllabus is concerned, let me come to the syllabus part. Syllabus is enormous, actually. It's a huge syllabus because if you compare with the board exam, as I know about the CBSE and ICSE, so I'll be confined to that. If you compare these two things, that is the CBSE board and the JEE, then you see JEE, say 11th and 12th, both the classes, entire syllabus, all 26 topics of 11th as well as 12th are included in JEE. Whereas in board, whether it's a CBSE board or ICSE board or any other board, it's only, like 12th class. So it's a double, that way. That's one thing. Second thing is that here, I'm talking about the India, they have reduced the syllabus by 30%. Like CBSE, also NCRT, if there are 15 chapters, they have, reduced the syllabus. Like now you don't have the uh, this principle of mathematical induction. No, it's not included in the probability. Binomial distribution, not included. So they have reduced the syllabus by 30%, whereas in JEE main and advanced, its entire syllabus is there. So nothing like 30% in 11th or 30% 12th. Student has to do entire thing. So with the syllabus of the board plus 30% more. That is as far as the syllabus first part is concerned. Second part is, apart from that syllabus, which is like of a board, 11th class as well as 12th class, there's something more also. I'll just give you one example. For example, conic sections. Now, conic section, you have parabolas, etc., etc. Now, parabola, for example, you have a parabola where the vertex is at the 0, 0, at the origin. Whereas in the JEE, the vertex can be anywhere, So the shape of the parabola can be like, in the JEE, in the CBSE board or ICSE board or other boards, it's a parabola is something like this, where, the vertex is at the origin. In the JEE, the vertex can be anything, maybe 1,3, maybe minus 1,2, maybe anything. So that's a big difference. Second is, for example, solving differential equation. Okay. So I'll not be using the technical terms, I'm just want to explain you the things. So for example, in differential equation, there are three methods: variable separable, homogeneous, and linear differential equation as far as board exams are concerned. Here you have Bernoulli's equation also. I mean, a way of solving a particular differential equation, that like Bernoulli's, and then you have a differential equation which can be reduced to Bernoulli's equation. So it's like double of that particular part. So as far as syllabus is concerned, it's a 11th class and 12th class both, number one. Number two, 30% part which is deleted from the board is included here in JEE. Number three is much more than the 11th 12th class. Every topic you have additional topics which are actually, student has to understand and he has to do the questions. So that's something important. Now let me come to the next thing, which is actually the difference between the board exam and JEE. And I'm talking about the mathematics only, because that's a subject I'm teaching for the last 40 years or so. Now here you see that the board exam, you see, important thing is understanding the concepts. Okay, then questions are from the book, like for example in CBSE, NCRT, and exemplar also some of the questions. Then they are subjective. 50% or 60% of the questions are subjective, where you have to write, one has to write the steps, uh, you know like that. And then the marks are naturally absolute marks, whereas JEE is the application of concepts. So there is a matter of surprise or shock, you can say, because the question is always a new question. I have never seen, I have studied about 30 years. For the last 30-35 years, I have seen various question papers of JEE. Never ever a question is repeated in JEE, and that question the student will never find in any book. It's all the time a new question. So he should be trained in such a way, some strategy has to be applied, so that the moment a student get a question, a new question, naturally all the questions are new only, because it's a very very rare chance that he has done that particular question earlier. Similar question, yes. So the moment he get the question, he's able to understand the question, can strategize it, he can solve it. And no, solving is not important, solving in a limited time. As Manish sir was telling that the limit time is only 1 hour as far as mathematics is concerned, 25 questions. So hardly the 2 minutes and few seconds. One has to read the question, also understand it, strategize it, use the data, and then think of something like what method he should use, the student should use. I'll say that if he is stuck somewhere, then he should leave the question and move forward, because students have a tendency, some of the students. So all these things, like in TestprepKart, we always tell the students about all the strategies and all. So here the thing is that uh, if by chance he has taken a wrong path or something, which will take 5 minutes, so each question, like there are so many ways of solving it. So if it's taking more time, maybe 4 minutes, 5 minutes, then you should leave it, like if he's stuck, and then move to the next part. Now next thing is that he should focus on the calculus and algebra more. Calculus and algebra is something which is will give really, number of questions are quite large. And you see that there's a negative marking also. You must be knowing that it's a negative one for giving a wrong option, and positive for giving a right option. Earlier, for writing the answer, it was not there, like 20 question multiple choice question, as Manish sir was telling, it's a 4 marks for the correct answer, -1 for the wrong answer. Now they have introduced it in the numeric answer also. There also, if those 5 questions, if you give a wrong answer, if student gives a wrong answer, then it's a -1 again. So one has to be very careful while applying all these things. Now third thing is that there is something known as the misconception as far as students are concerned. I'll give you just 2 examples, because I have very limited time. One is that students, when they learn this mathematics, somehow you see, for example, when I ask my student what is the square root of 16, a simple thing, square root of 16, some of the students say, well, plus minus 4, because 4 is square is also 16, minus 4 is square is also 16. That is something wrong. There's a misconception. A square root, that's the third sign. If you want to know what is square root of x square, its answer is mod x, not x. So it's always a positive number. And if it's a numeric value, one can easily understand that, well, I have to take, like, if it's a square root of 25, I have to take plus 5. If it's a square root of 36, I have to take plus 6. But if there is something like sine square x, square root of sine square x, or some function inside the square root sign or third sign, then one has to be very careful, because the interval which JEE question they give you, you have to act accordingly. I have to take the value with a negative sign or a positive sign, so that my entire function outside the square root should be positive. So that is something, students should understand. That is something very, very important. Not only this, second thing which I wanted to tell you is that in the logarithmic equations, for example, something involving log and all that, suppose the student got maybe two or three options, like he got answer 1, 2, and 5, suppose. Now what he has to check is that whether these 1 to 5, one of the option will be all 1 to 5, another option will be 1, and third option will be 2, fourth option will be 5. Now student, they tend to write 1 to 5 because they got the option as 1 to 5, and I mean option is there, and they also got the answer as 1 to 5. But the trick is that, out of these three values, two of the values, this logarithmic is not defined at all. The student, if we understand everything and the concepts are very, very clear, then he knows that, whatever calculation, whatever formula I have applied, ultimately the solution, the answers may not fit the equation. Maybe at 1 and 5, the logarithmic is becoming negative, and therefore 1 and 5 are not the solution. They are, they're not the solution. They're just like, because of some certain formulas they have applied, they have come like that. So here the answer is only 2, or answer is only 5, or answer may be only 1. So out of these three, answer may be 1 also, 2 also, or 5 also, not all three. So all these things, like conceptually, students should know. All right, so I'm just giving you two examples, but over the, like, when we teach them, then at every step, we tell them, well, what you have to do is you have to eliminate certain answers which you got by using the tricks. Okay, by using the information which that question has provided you, just eliminate two things maybe. And at times in the JEE, intentionally, they give you a question, and in the bracket they will write down x is less than 0, or a is less than 0, or something, the variable is less than 0. Normally students, they don't care about those things. They start solving it, and then whatever answer they get, if the option is there, they immediately put that tick mark or whatever. Now that's something very, very wrong, because reason is that in the bracket they have given x less than 0, so you can't take a value which is positive. So just eliminate that value, and whatever the negative answer is, that should be your answer. So these are small things, conceptual things, but I mean, student should be told very, very clearly during the process of solving a question or doing this thing, that, these are the things which one should know very well. And then next is about the PYQ. There is a previous year questions. Now NTA, as Manish sir was telling, that about 5-6 years back, they have taken over. Now the trend of the question is different. What I was doing like 25 years back, like 1980 question paper, or 1985, 1990, now that's a different. Now JEE Main, like 5-6 years back, when NTA has taken over, the trend of the question, the level of difficulty of the question, and the way they are asking the question is quite different. So PYQ is something important. And PYQ, not only previous year questions, the questions which are similar to that. So like we have a research team which give the, like, we have a assignments, and we always provide to the student those assignments so that they can solve it. Those are also new questions, so that he shouldn't get a shock or something when he get the question in the JEE. Now something, one, because it's already I mean, just one more minute I will take, that the parents, they can still, like, their involvement is very, very important. I find, like, student nowadays, of course, because they have this smartphone and then laptops and all those gadgets are they are available to them. What they do is, if I give them a question, for example, what they will do is, they will won't try maybe, and then they will just search from uh, using the smartphone or maybe laptop, and they get the solution. They'll read the question and they'll say, okay, now I know the question and answer also. That's a disaster, I tell you. That's a disaster. Because in mathematics, you know, I emphasize this thing. In the mathematics, it's a disaster if you read the question and answer both. You know, the student will, I mean, he will think that, well, he knows everything about the question as well as answers. These are the steps. You know, he's now very well acquainted with. Unfortunately, you know, after 48 hours or maybe 24 hours, he'll forget everything unless he tries himself those questions. And you know, maybe he can fail also, maybe 2 or 3 steps he can do, then after that he's stuck and all those. So that teachers are there actually. But if he's stuck, then you know, like, that is better rather than looking at solution using the laptop or you know, smartphone. That is a real disaster. So parents has to see the whether the student is going, you know, like, he shouldn't see the questions, he shouldn't check the question on the net and get the answer and then read it and then question finished, that's over, and just tick mark the assignment and give us back. Because when we teach them, you know, like, one of the student, he answered all the questions correctly. A particular assignment was sent to him, and then when I asked him in the online class, he was not able to answer. And then he said that, yes, I have seen all these things, you know, some of the questions, you know, on the net, and then you know, got the answer. So that's again something which, you know, which is something very important. I will again repeat it. It's a disaster if somebody reads the questions as well as answers also by using the laptop or the smartphone. All right. So one has to work the problem himself. I mean, the student has to do it himself, and then if there is a problem, then he can look at the solutions. I think these are the points which I wanted to highlight. Thank you very much. Yeah,
Thank
thank
you
you so
very
much.
much. I mean, trust me, it's a joy just to hear sir when he gives the lecture and everything. You would understand the quantum, right, once you come across him. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, sir.
sir, from Myanmar side, from parent and student side. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So we finished the timeline of the JEE, and after that, as we told you that the whole story of the lifeline DASA, it starts from 1st of June of every year, right? So what actually happens on 1st of June every year? Every year on 1st of June, DASA releases its brochure, right? And this brochure can be found on dasanit.org. Go download it over there. Though we will, you know, always be presenting the minutes on our YouTube channel and to the parents who are involved with us. That's it. Now, before we proceed further, I would just like to tell you that, sir, whatever he mentioned in his talk, there was only one thing. If you look into that, if you peep through that, that the child should have required aptitude and abilities, right, in order to crack JEE and in order to become part of top 7 to 9 or 12 to 15 NITs and triple ITs in India. And the best thing to establish is that you go through a small session of math or physics or chemistry, right? So as I told you that we are going to arrange one-on-one analysis session for your children. For that, all you need to, you know, Dr. Seetal will be in touch with you. You can just let them know. And on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday in the evening, preferably from 7 or 8 p.m. India time, we are going to do. And it would be a wonderful thing just to know the feedback, a very objective feedback, a video analysis, as well as rest of the things about the preparation program. Anyways, so this basically is the DASA, that 1st of June, the DASA authorities, they release their brochure, and in that brochure, everything would be written. Most of the things are common. Okay. Now, after 30, I mean, that day only on 1st of June, the DASA portal starts working. It means you are able to fill up the form for DASA. Again, the same thing. You need to register on DASA portal. You need to give all your details. You need to give all your choice for NITs, triple ITs, or whichever institution is there, right? And then from 1st of July, the counseling starts. And the purpose of counseling is what? Just to let you and your child know which NIT and which stream has been allotted to you. So there are 4 rounds of counseling in DASA. The first round is from 1st to 15th July. Second is from 16th to 31st July. Third is from 1st of August to 15th, 16th August. And third is 16th August to 31st of August. After that, it stops, right? You know very well which NIT, which stream your child is going. So now, please pack your baggage, start a preparation, come to India, join the best of the institutions, right? I mean, you all are sitting in the Myanmar and you think that, okay, more or less my child will go to NIT and triple IT, okay, which is a wonderful thing. And he will be getting a corporate job. But trust me, there have been 2 to 3 instances that the children, they went to NITs and now they are going to write UPSC. 2, 3 of them have already cracked this, IAS, IPS examination. That is it. So it's a matter of glory that a child is coming to India, is joining all these NITs and triple ITs, is feeling the Indian culture. India basically currently and for next 30 years is the most prolific country in the world in order to tap the opportunity in terms of employment, opportunity, and money, right? That is it. So please, I mean, we have been doing in the US. Would you believe that since last 3 years, the students from US, now they are targeting India, IITs, NITs. And for NEET, almost all the students have taken physics, chemistry, and biology. Now they are targeting India. I have to go to India. I have to go to India. That is it. This has been the trend. Why? Because now they are looking an opportunity back here in India, right? I would also like to tell you very interesting thing that SAT, you must be knowing the scholastic aptitude test, right? Now SAT is being known as digital SAT. It was same SAT, but now it has been converted into digital SAT since 11th of March 2023. What is that? That in this digital SAT, you have got 98 questions for math and English, right? It is again of 1600. And there are 4 to 5 institutions in India, which instead of JEE, they will ask you to submit for SAT. What these institutions are, please hear me carefully. Triple IT Hyderabad. Then we have got VIT Vellore. We have got University of Petroleum and Energy, Dehradun, which is India's best for chemical engineering. This is a newly emerging field since last 6 to 7 years, right? And then we have got Institute of Applied Sciences. The SAT is accepted by 40 institutions in India, but we are mentioning only 4 to 5, because rest of the 35 institutions, they are private institutions, right? The fee is very, very high. In all these 4 universities that we named, these are the best government institutions which will be accepting SAT. Not only here in India, but if your child wants to go to the best of the leagues in US, Harvard, Stanford, MIT, Carnegie, Princeton, to study any branch of engineering or physics, chemistry, math, or biology, SAT is going to help your child. It is now digital SAT. We have got the best of the ecosystem for JEE, NEET, and SAT, and we are known for our result, having given 763 results. That's it. Now, the minimum cutoff, this is most important, and most of the parents, they ask me, the minimum cutoff that your child would be requiring in order to get into top 10 to 12 NITs or triple ITs in India. Altogether, you can say 25 institutions. What is the minimum cutoff? I mean to say how much you should get out of 300. It is between 170 to 180 out of 300. It is 57 to 60%, right? This is the marks that you need to get under this DASA quota for all these 88 institutions in India, right? Through the JEE, and then the job is done. So please pay your focus and attention over here. It's a wonderful opportunity. It's a big, big saving of money. It is something which is the matter of concern. It is something where a child must go because these are all government institutions. You must know the glory of the government institutions in India. Mr. Kumar, Mr. Lalit Kumar, he's in a government job. He knows it much, much better. That's it. So many of them have started their journey. Now, Pranay sir is going to put a light just for 5 to 7 minutes about NEET, the medical part, right? It is full of intricacies and technical things, but he's just going to put in a very objective way. And after that, we'll start question and answer session where you can ask a question to us one by one. Thank you very much.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I hope you all can hear me, right? Okay. So, as Mr. Manish and Dr. Rakesh have already explained us about the details of JEE, the intricacies involved, and as I believe that not many of the students will be preparing for NEET because we know the combination. If let's say 100 students are appearing for JEE, I can assume that 10 to 15 would be going for NEET. In that proportion, I'll also take a lesser time in concluding in this regard. See, Mr. Manish told about NRI's perspective and NRI's approach for India for engineering entrance examination, in which DASA and CIWG, of course, plays a vital role because that is the only option you can come across in a legitimate institution, and you can get admission into these 65 centrally funded universities, which he explained. So in JEEs, if you all are preparing for engineering, definitely you need to understand DASA and CIWG very well. But in the same scenario, when you are planning for medical there in India, the approach is going to be altogether a little different. I would say it's entirely different. Because when you are planning for NEET, it is as simple as that you have to when you're planning for NEET, there is basically no vital difference between you as an NRI student studying for NEET in Myanmar and an Indian student studying here in Delhi. There is no actual visual difference. Where the difference lies in. First of all, you need to know the very definition of NRI. Are you really a NRI just because you are in Myanmar? As per the MCI, you need to know three vital organizations. First is the MCI, Medical Council of India. Then there is the NTA. NTA is the one who organizes the NEET paper. And then there is the DHRC. Okay. They tells you if you are really a NRI. For being a NRI, you, for example, if any of you have been there for last 1 year, they will not consider you as NRI. You have to be there for the last 5 years. You must have completed your 11th and 12th. For you to be even eligible for NRI quota here in India for medical, you also have to pay your fees in a foreign currency. So there are a few factors. I will not go into details. I will keep these questions intact and for you to ask us if there are any parent or student who is looking for that. So I will not go into it. I'll quickly come to the point. The point is that if you are planning for NEET medical in India, what advantages you have? You have basically all India quota. What is all India quota? Currently in India, we have approximately, as per the last year report, we have approximately 706 medical colleges here in India. We have approximately 1 lakh seats, both government and private, I'm saying. In government medical colleges, we have, you can say 50,000 for medical, government medical colleges and 50,000 for private medical colleges. Now, what is all India quota? In medical, each state is given a preference and each have their own medical seats reserved. Now, what happens? As per the All India quota policy, each state has to contribute 15% of their state seat to the central pool. Okay, so every state will contribute 15% of their seats to a central pool. Now, this central pool is called as All India quota. Now, as per MCI guidelines and DHRC, what NRI can do is they have to take, they don't have an option, they have to take admission into the NRI quota, which is a central pool. And in this scenario, the cutoff and the fee part will vary because you will be taking this under the NRI quota. Okay, so this is called, we call it NRI quota, popularly known as All India quota. Okay. So this is one of the important thing. In this case, you don't have anything like DASA or CIWG. There's nothing like that. You just have to write NEET paper. You have to apply for the All India quota. You have to check if you are eligible being called as an NRI. Now, there are different factors attached to it that we can talk in detail. Maybe I'll answer that in the Q&A session. So, and yeah, one more thing. There are we have 5 states here in India in which they are offering NRI quota seat in government colleges also. Those colleges are, these states are Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, Rajasthan, and Puducherry. So these states also offer NRI quota in government medical colleges. Otherwise, most of these colleges are private medical colleges, and fee can vary. It all depends on your score, how good you are going to perform, because many a time student and parent asks us, what's going to be the fee for my wall? So it can go from 5 lakh rupees to 2 to 3 crore rupees. Okay, it varies this much. It all depends how much you score. For NRI quota for AIQ, if you are scoring anywhere above 300, I think you will be able to land in a much better position, and the fee can be from $12,000 to I think from 10 lakh to 70 lakh rupees. This is the variation. This is the last year figure I'm telling you. They could easily manage to get a seat here in India under AI. So in a nutshell, this is all about the medical preparation scenario. Of course, there are so many nodes and dimensions attached to it. I can go over it if I can come across any of the question. So I'll not go on a pre-planned theme designed by me. I'll just leave it on to the parents, and I'll ask Manish, you can carry on. If there's any question related to NEET, I can then of course go ahead and answer it.
Yeah, so now the thing is that we have spoken of something about the academic part through Goel. Dr. Goel, Pranay sir also spoke about NEET. There are a lot of things that we have to tell you because it is full of intricacies and complications. We just try to keep the things very simple, and trust me, it's very, very simple, right? And we also told you about the JEE. We told you about the DASA opportunity, which is the most legitimate route and all. That's it. So within 1 hour, we have covered all these things. And as I told you that the most important part, which is also the going to be game changer, that is known as the analysis session, which is open for the students who are currently in 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th, right? I request all of parents in this just to give their name, Dr. Seetal, without delay. Otherwise, the slots can fill up, right? We have got limited time and everything. Now, the time starts for the question and answer session for next 15 to 20 minutes. We shall be answering all the questions related to the NEET and JEE. So whatever questions you are having, please switch on a camera. You all can see the camera and let us know. We would be able to answer it one by one, please. Yeah.
So I think, thank you very much for that informative session. My daughter is currently in 12th, and somehow I think she is planning to pursue her career in engineering.
Yes.
So
yes.
my simple question would be whether is it necessary for her to do the JEE to get the enrollment under DASA, or it is okay? I mean, if she doesn't do the JEE.
See, try to understand DASA and JEE are Karan Arjun. They go hand in hand.
Okay.
So if you have to take DASA route, you have to write JEE. These are government institutions, right? And JEE is mother of all engineering examination, right?
Okay.
That is it. I mean to say, why in private institution, why are they charging so high? Because it is like plucking a low-hanging fruit, right?
Understood.
Whereas once your daughter, she's from any NITs or triple ITs, you don't know, I mean, the best of the brains in Instagram, in LinkedIn, or any institution in the world, they are being now chosen from triple ITs or NITs and IITs. The top 5 NITs are NIT Warangal, Trichy, Surathkal, Rourkela, Calicut. The top institution for aerospace engineering, Indian Institute of Space Technology. If your daughter wants to get into the research of science, there are 7 IISCR is there. IISc Bangalore is there, Institute of Science. Which state of India sir do belong to?
My follow-up question on that, sir. So I think she is already in 12th and she is doing the AS levels. the
Yes,
Cambridge
yes.
University, what you call it.
Yes,
as.
sir. Yeah.
Now somehow we have missed this JEE preparedness and all. So
You
is there
still
a way,
have
sir?
8 to 9 months, sir.
Yeah.
Right.
So is there a way, sir, you can help us on that, on the preparations of that, sir?
Definitely kindly send your phone number and email ID to Dr. Sital. We will come back to you and we will arrange an analysis session for you. That will
Great.
let you
Thank
know
you
the
very much.
readiness for your daughter. That's the best thing. You are very much on time. Yes.
She scored around 90% in 10th, and I think in maths she's
That's
already
wonderful.
scored 99 marks. So I
Wonderful.
think on the
Wonderful.
academic front, I am not worried for her. But the
Yeah.
only thing is she's quite worried for the preparedness. And since these students, they talk to one another so much that they are already scared with that JEE word. No, JEE,
JEE
no.
is
They
all
already,
about, JEE is not about difficulty. JEE is all about objectivity.
I
Right.
understood. Thank you
That
so
is
much,
it.
sir. I'll not
Thank
waste
you,
much
sir.
of your time, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Pleasure.
We have another question from Mr. Pratish Sharma. Yeah, Mr.
Very good afternoon to all of you. First of all, I want to thank you, Dr. Seetal, and all the hosts today for arranging this wonderful session. Sorry, the camera is not working, so I'm not able
Not
to
a
on the
problem at
camera.
all, sir. Not a problem, please.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So it is a really very wonderful session. My son is studying he just came to 10th standard
Yes.
IGCSE. So just wanted to know, like, along with the 10th standard, he has to work hard. So how he can start on the preparation along with that, because this will help to him from now onwards. So he's
Yes.
having currently all the subjects: physics, chemistry, maths, bio in 10th, and probably
Yeah.
from 11th he will be taking physics, chemistry, maths. So
Yes, sir.
how you can help us to take the direction.
It's all
This is
about
the right
supporting
time
the
to take
ward.
the direction.
Yes,
Sometimes
sir.
like we studied India, but due to lack of proper knowledge, what you said in the first session, that people doesn't know about the opportunity, and they miss the opportunity. Many talented people, they just miss because of they don't know about the opportunity. That is what I wanted to check here at this point of uh, time for my son. How, like, what
I
can be
can
done?
tell you in a very simple way that the students who are abroad, right, they basically are very smart in terms of the concepts and theories. But wherever it comes that they have to translate this theory and concept into application part, over there they lack. This is what we have realized. And constantly practicing the different level of question which are diverse in nature for PCM, right? It gets them up to a level where they are able to, get their readiness. So the route is same for that. This seems to be more reflecting upon academic. I would simply request you to send your, we will take your details from Dr. Seetal, and we'll be arranging a session for you where the student is going to interact with the faculty, right? Either for math or physics. And in that report, you can see everything. And then comes the preparation part. So this is the answer, sir, right? So kindly wait till Monday. We are going to be in touch with you. That's it, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. And please take care. Thank you, sir. Kindly
Thank
wait
you.
for a call. Thank you. Yeah. Could you, yeah, Mr. Sachin wrote something. What is that?
No, Sahil, can you explain what you have
Mr.
written?
Sahil, please.
Mr. Sahil said that could you please explain a bit about the usage of a calculator in JEE? As online they say you're not allowed, but there is an on-screen virtual calculator or something. So what exactly is that?
Let me tell you that calculator is one thing which is, works at your instruction, right? We come across a lot of people, they are in UK, especially in UK and Europe. They say that, my child must use calculator. So the very first question we ask them, that the child must use calculator, but first of all, the child has to develop the logic, right? If you have the logic, you know how to use the calculator, right? Calculator doesn't give you the answer, right? Calculator is not like Chat GPT that gives you a tentative answer. Calculator basically what it does, that if you need to add 2 plus 2, you need to know that it's going to be 4. If it is more intricate, you use calculator. For log, etc., in the JEE examination, you shall be given the log table. You can use calculator, whatever type of calculator is there, but until unless you have the logic for physics, chemistry, and math, calculator would be of no use, right? So that is it. So don't think that calculator is going to give you the right option, that what is the answer of this. It's not like that. It can help you a little bit in log, or just to know the values of something, right? And this is known by all. That is it. In JEE examination, with the paper, the JEE authorities will be giving you all required information, which they think wherever they should use the calculator. So this is the answer to your question. That's it.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Next question, please.
So I think
I think this is a high time. Kindly, because
Is
these
there any
information
question
could
here?
be game changer.
Someone is asking. Please open your camera and you can speak.
Just switch on the camera and speak without any hesitation.
Hello. Thank you for organizing this session. I wanted to ask if in NEET we have an all India quota for NRIs.
Yes,
So does
yes.
that mean we can apply to any government college under the all India quota all around India, or is it just specific to the 5 states you have said?
No. What Pranay meant to say, try to understand that. The 5 states that Pranay has mentioned, these are the states where most of the people live who are abroad. So the number NRI quota is what? NRI quota is that quota which is not the 15% of all India quota or central pool of quota. It's very few in number. For example, in Punjab, there are 2-3 colleges where they give admission on the basis of NRI quota, and the fee could be very high, 2 crore, 3 crore rupees, right? That is it. Whatever, you should have a minimum marks in NEET, and on the basis of the money, you can take admission in NRI quota, which is more known as management quota. You should apply under this 15%, 15% of all India quota. Under this quota, currently for NEET in all 760 government medical colleges, you have got 10,500 seats for MBBS, right? And the minimum cutoff that you require is 339.5 out of 720, which is 47%. In comparison with an Indian student, you have the advantage of 95 marks. Whereas those who are staying out of India, right, they should have 339.5 out of 720 for NEET. The general quota student who are living here in India, they should have 434.5. I also forgot to mention one important point in terms of DASA for engineering, that in order to take advantage of DASA, your child should have done 5 years of education out of India, inclusive of 2 years of grade 11th and 12th from abroad. This is very important. I forgot to tell you. Let me interpret this way, that your child should have done 5 years. It means if your child has done, you were in Myanmar, you were in Singapore for grade 2nd and 3rd, then you came to India. Then you went to Myanmar when your child was in grade 9th. So 3 years. Now, if your child is doing his grade 11th and 12th from Myanmar, it means 3 years and these 2 years. This 11th and 12th is mandatory. If your child has not done his grade 11th and 12th from Myanmar or anywhere out of India, you would not be able to take advantage of DASA. Please keep in mind. Many people think that, okay, my child is studying in UK or in US. I'm here in India. No. The parent as well as the student, parent should also be abroad and the student should be abroad. The student should have done 5 years of formal education out of India up to grade 12th. Out of that, grade 11th and 12th is mandatory, right? The document that you need to submit, the parent need to submit what? The certificate from employer, a certificate from your particular school that, okay, your child has done grade 11th and 12th. These things are very easy, right? A certificate of income from your employer. These 3 documents will duly attested from the school and from the employer. It has to be submitted to DASA authorities. In fact, these all have to be uploaded. These are the proof that your child is studying abroad. So these are the things, though we have got a complete process for that. It's a 50 to 52 pages of material which is going to give you all sort of information for that upon the enrollment. Thank you very much. So now to the next question, please.
Yeah,
Mr. Gupta, Mr. Manish Gupta, please. Your mic is off, sir. Please switch it on.
Yes, sorry. The one thing that I want to ask is my nephew is here in Myanmar now. So he will be studying 9, 10, 11, and 12. As you said, this minimum 5 years is required. So it means that he cannot use the DASA quota. If not, can
No,
he
sir.
apply to the normal JEE?
The thing is that if he has done these 3 years, right, in that case, he would not be eligible for this DASA quota, right? That is it. So as per this, JEE and DASA standard norms, he will have to apply under the general quota. Try to understand, DASA is something which is like, it is giving you all sort of privilege. This is a sort of reservation, right? I can tell you a very interesting statistics that you all would love to know. DASA is written by 70,000 students approximately every year for 3,000 seats. It means the ratio is how much? 23:1. It means for 1 seat, 23 students are contesting. Whereas for 40,000 seats, there are 26 lakh students, right? So you can check the ratio. So Mr. Gupta, I would like to tell you that your child would not be, the nephew would not be able to take advantage of this DASA scheme because he has not done his 5-year normal degree, normal education from out of India. That's it.
But he can apply normal JEE as any other
He
Indian
can.
students can do. So he
He
can
can.
prepare from here.
He can definitely prepare from here, but he would not be he would not be able to take advantage of DASA quota. This is it.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. We invite you for the analysis session. That's it. Thank you. Next.
Okay, Sahil, please go on.
Yes, sir. So can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, please.
Okay, so like to apply to US universities, when we apply, we have to give our submit our predicted grades of A level. So in Indian universities, do we also have to submit our predicted grades, or do we need our actual A level grades?
At the time of application for JEE Main, you did not submit any, right? Predicted grade or whatsoever. This grade has to be submitted for DASA. When you are in DASA, because by that time your result and everything would be coming. Even if it is not coming, let me tell you that for JEE and NEET, there are 28 boards across all over the world. 28 boards, right? There is a rare board that is known as SABIS. Mr. Lalit must be knowing this. It's a French curriculum, right? वो फ्रेंच का curriculum है और वो ज्यादा वो मिडिल ईस्ट में चलता है. You know what is the best thing about that? कि उनमें पढ़ाई कम, उनके टेस्ट उनकी रोज होती है, right? So this board is also participating in JEE. So there are 28 boards which are recognized by Government of India, by NTA JEE, by MHRD, which are participating in this. But your marks and everything, your eligibility marks and everything, it has to be submitted not for JEE Main or JEE Advanced at that time. It has to be submitted only through DASA. That's it. At the time when you are applying for DASA, you can just put your predicted rank or something. That's it. Next question.
No, I have a related question to this, what Sahil asked. See, recently, I don't know, he's here, Mr. Amrish, he was telling that like his daughter got admissions at IIM Rohtak, no? And then he was selected, but then she was selected and her result didn't come, So then they rejected her, saying that no, we cannot wait anymore. Because now, like Edexcel and A-Level British Council and all, they will result will come end of this month or later. But So if someone is selected in DASA, so what is the time frame to get the result, or to wait for the institute? Or if not by DASA, directly JE qualified, somebody qualified with the merit, full merit without any DASA. So how long they will wait for these boards, what you mentioned, 22 boards or whatever, the Indian institute, how long they will wait for to see the
Sir, see,
final result, +2 result?
the
Or
admission process starts from September, right? Whichever person he must be knowing, there must be some technical glitches in that. That's why he must have lost this opportunity, right? That's the first thing. Second thing is that you are not mentioning about the engineering institution, you are mentioning about the Indian Institute of Management, right? There are two IIMs in India that provide you the dual degree. The one is IIM Rohtak, another is IIM Indore, right? So for that, they do not fall under DASA. First of all, for that, you have to write SAT, right? And after writing this SAT, the fee for this 4 or 5 year program is probably 40 or 44 lakh that you have to pay yearly. तो IIM के साथ उनका क्या हुआ, कुछ टेक्निकल ग्लिच है, उनका क्या हुआ क्या नहीं हुआ, we have less idea about that, sir. But in DASA quota, in CRWG quota, you have got 4 rounds of counseling that starts from July to last of August, 1st July to 30th of August. So you can book your seat by paying an amount, right? $4,000, $5,000. If you don't want to take admission, they will refund your amount.
okay,
Right? That is it.
that's clear. So both things are clear. And just one more additional question into it. DASA or the NRI quota is applicable for any management institute or like Indian Institute of Fashion Technology?
DASA is only and only for engineering, not for medical, not for commerce, not for arts.
Okay.
That's
Only
it.
with DASA. Any NRI quotas are available for those management institutes?
Sir, see, management quota is like a paid quota.
Okay.
If I am in US and I want to get into medical because I belong to Punjab, there are 2-3 colleges. I am here in Punjab, I am studying in Punjab, but my uncle who is in Canada has given me 75,000 Canadian dollar. I can get admission into medical. These NRI quota, these are more like paid seats.
अच्छा.
ये तो कॉलेजेस ने अपना वैसा कुछ बना रखा है कि 6-7 सीट निकाल दिया, उससे पैसे कमा रहे हैं.
अच्छा.
मेरिट की बात जब आती है मेडिकल के लिए 15% ऑफ ऑल इंडिया कोटा. मेरिट की बात जब आती है इंजीनियरिंग के लिए इट्स 15%, sorry, it's DASA quota. Under that there are 3,000 seats. There is no dearth of opportunity. That's it, sir.
Okay, one more additional, sorry, I'm asking so many questions. One more additional question is that, let's say Rourkela, NIT, they have engineering, particular mechanical engineering, let's say 100 original seats for, students. And this DASA quota is additional 15% or means 100 plus 15 or within the 100, how it works?
See, the thing is that you are talking about Rourkela, right? So in
any NIT, just example.
Let me tell you one thing, that currently there are 45,000 seats available in all these approximately 65 centrally funded technical institutions in India, right?
Yeah.
Out of these 45,000, 10% is for CRWG and DASA, 4,500. It means more or less each institution will be giving 10% of seat under CRWG and DASA, right? That is it, sir. They allocate in their different branches. How much I will allocate in mechanical, how much I will do in electrical, how much I will do in electronic, how much in biotechnology, how much in computer science. That's it, sir. Right? Other questions, please. We have got 5-6 minutes, please. Ask a question. It's very, very important, sir.
Yeah, my name is Danish.
Hello.
My name is Danish.
Yeah, please, sir.
Okay. Sorry, my camera is not working, so
No
I
problem,
can put
please.
it on. Now, you mentioned the AIQ for medical is 15% in the AIQ, right? Now, as an NRI
Yes,
student, you said that there is a minimum NEET qualification of, say, 376.
339.5 out of 720. This is the minimum cutoff
Okay,
that you require for the government medical colleges in India.
okay, okay. So, if the students score more than that, so
Yeah,
still they go under the NRI quota only under the paid seat, you mean to say?
no. Try to understand NRI quota is a confused term. There are two things. One is
Okay.
NRI quota, which is more like paid seat, right? There are very few seats in NRI quota in government medical colleges. The private medical colleges in India, in many states, what they do that they take admission under NRI quota and they charge the fee. For example, here in Jaipur, there is one NIMS. Under your NRI quota, they will say that, okay, you belong to Myanmar. If you have to take admission, no matter your NEET marks is 400 out of 720, which is more than 339.5, right? But we will take whether, I mean, because you live out of India, you fall under NRI quota, you pay me 80 lakh, correct? Whereas,
Okay.
again in Rajasthan, if you crack this NEET under this 15% of All India quota or central pool of quota, the fee that you have to pay in Rajasthan is 22 lakh. That also in government medical college. That gives you guarantee of a government job, right? That is it. So this is the difference between NRI quota and 15% of All India quota. That is it. Have you
Okay.
understood it?
So yes, I have understood that. So having said that, now if these government colleges under AIQ are there, now will the domicile certificate be also required for that? Because we are anyway
Definitely,
NRI.
domicile will be required either of mother or father. You can choose one of the domiciles.
But
No, sorry. You can have both the domiciles. For example, if you belong to Rajasthan and your wife belongs to Madhya Pradesh, it is up to you where you choose your domicile, Madhya Pradesh or Rajasthan.
okay, but now we are in Maharashtra. So where do we stand in case of Maharashtra?
No, I'm just giving example. You can use the domicile of Maharashtra. In most of the cases, husband and wife, they belong to both, single estate, right? But what I'm saying that if you
Okay.
belong to Maharashtra and if your wife
Okay.
she is belonging to Karnataka, it is up to you parents to decide whether you will be taking domicile of Maharashtra and Karnataka based on many reasons, right? Which type of college you are getting, what is the fee that you are getting, etc., etc.
Okay. So
Okay.
I get that PCM is compulsory, yes,
Yeah.
but under Maharashtra in the AIQ, is there a quota for Maharashtra as well? We can apply through, and what is the minimum qualification? Still being an NRI,
So just try to understand
minimum.
your status as a student. You belong to
Mm,
Maharashtra, but you don't live in Maharashtra. You live in Myanmar.
right.
It means you have to avail this 15% of All India quota, not that 85% of domicile quota.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Mm.
I think Mr.
Okay.
Thank
Lalit,
you.
Yeah. So thanks a lot to all of you.
Mr. Lalit,
And
Lalit wants to ask something.
yeah,
Mr. Lalit
please,
Kumar.
sir, please.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Uh, in fact, it was a wonderful time. And one small before closing, if you can do this query of mine. My friend, he was asking that whether it is compulsory for going for the main subjects PCM, or we can go for the minor subject also for the engineering or this JEE.
JEE, which is mother of
Because
all engineering examination, it is all about PCM, sir, nothing else.
yeah, because in Myanmar we are having major and minor concept. Some schools they are offering major plus one or two minor subjects. So is it compulsory for having major, or with minor also we can apply for this JEE, this
Sir,
DASA
you
quota
have
or JEE?
to, you have to fulfill the quorum of PCM. अब
Okay, that's
मेजर
it.
और माइनर का जो कार्ट है आप उसमें से चूज करके आप ये कार्ट बना लें That is it, sir. That fulfills the core.
But PCM,
Right?
PCM should be there. That's it.
PCM should be there, sir. Right?
Okay. Thank you so
I
much, sir.
understand.
Thanks a lot.
One more thing I forgot to tell you,
If-
that embassy people have quota under DASA and CIWG. So if your friend belongs to embassy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
He is there.
I remember the from the embassy of Vietnam, then China, it was Mr. Prakash or someone. He told me that embassy people have got quota under the CIWG and DASA, right? Because they keep on going here and there. So government of India has made this provision. So this is a good thing, sir. That's it.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. Thanks for the clarification.
Thank you very much.
Sir, one more thing just
Yes.
want to ask.
Last
One more
please,
thing just want to
last
ask.
one is
not a problem. Not a problem.
Is there only like a quota for separate embassy, or is there any sub quotas under the DASA?
Sir, I would like to answer in this way, that government of India has prescribed some quota for the embassy staffs under CIWG and DASA quota, right? You can avail of that. That's it.
There is no sub other quotas like that, no? Only this the embassy
नहीं
is there.
सुपर कोटा का ही एक सब कोटा ही होगा. टेक्निकली आपका वर्ड सही है कि अगर 3000 सीट है तो एम्बेसी लोग वाले के लिए हो सकता है 40-50 सीट गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने हाँ सब कोटा.
Correct. जी sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Right. Thank you. So now the next.
Is English mandatory for NEET as a subject?
English is mandatory for NEET because medical is more prevalent in English language. NEET is conducted in 15 languages. Here in India, in Gujarati, Maharashtrian, Hindi, ABCD also. But as I told you that if the child has studied in Western curriculum, right, say IGCSE, IB or whatsoever, in that English is not mandatory, right? That's it.
Okay. Thank you.
Now, the next step for all you distinguished parents is to contact Mr. Sital sir immediately. And just to give a name for this analysis session, we'll be doing it on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, one-on-one. आप 11 से 12 पेरेंट हैं, प्लीज अपना सब लोग कंसेंट दे दें. विल बी कॉन्टेक्टिंग यू. ये 60 मिनट का सेशन होगा. फिजिक्स, केमिस्ट्री और मैथ का होगा. एक घंटे का. आपको बड़ा मजा आएगा और आपको अपने चाइल्ड का रियल पोटेंशियल पता चलेगा. दैट्स इट. आपको पता है, हम लोग एक छोटी सी वीडियो भेजेंगे, आप प्लीज उसको देखें and then would understand how important it is. This is it.
Yeah, it's
so
very
thank
good.
you.
No, yeah, it's very good. Actually, I would like to recommend, because when I contacted TestprepKart, actually, they said, okay, we will take some sessions. I said, okay, maybe counseling session. But they took it very professionally. And IIT Kanpur professor came to take the side class, and it was free of cost. And I was so impressed. That's why, I put. So these are the things that I experienced, because I was looking for when Sahil was class 9 to see how we can start coaching. I didn't get this kind of a institution. So luckily I got a individual ex-IIT Kharagpur student who was giving him coaching from 9th onwards, but in a minor way, but not in a very formal. But I'm lucky that when somehow we get it, and now that's why I wanted to connect all of you in this way, so that there will be opportunity and information and preparation is available with you, that you will not feel regret that I didn't get the information. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to all of you. And thank you, Lalit sir, Sital sir, all distinguished parents and students. We know that this information, we have tried our best just to give you up to the level. That's it. See you there in the analysis session. Thank you very much. Good evening. Please enjoy. Thank you very much.
And Mr. Manish would like to invite you here in Myanmar. Please
sir,
be
my
my
pleasure.
guest. Huh?
Thank you, sir.
And
thank you.
We need your counseling very much over here, because awareness is very, very limited over here.
This is what I'm telling you, sir. Awareness is very important.
In phase 2,
very important. And
phase 2 will do the SAT for local OCI student and all, how they will also attend SAT.
I mean, all OCI, PIO, all expatriates, for them, there is an ocean of opportunity, through this DASA quota, 15% of medical quota, SAT, and all these, right? So don't miss the opportunity. I'm telling you, this is going to be a game changer. We have been doing it since 2nd of July 2008 all over the world. That's it.
Mr. Manish, I'll just hold here. One thing is, see, forget about my concept is now very clear. Forget about that my son or my children are getting the DASA quota or engineering or not. But by preparing these 2-3 years, they will conceptually clear. Their life skills are enhanced to compete anywhere.
Definitely.
That is what.
Definitely. So thank you very much, sir. Please enjoy our evening. Thank you.